Throw javelins again. All right, very good. Stop. X-Men, go ahead and throw. Yes, very good. Javelins again. Okay, guys, welcome back. Really quickly, I've actually edited the episodes from the last recording session, and so I did just want to point out that my voice should be a little better this week. Can't say it's fully back, or that I'm fully better, but it's close enough, I suppose, that I should sound more or less like I normally do. And hopefully there won't be so many jump cuts of me having to, like, just stop for a moment to cough or something, because you guys may have noticed, depending on how closely you were watching, that happened in the last couple of episodes, where there's lots of, like, little mini jump cuts, or moments of, like, extra silence that just seem to take a little longer than normal, and it's because I'm coughing or clearing my throat or something. Hopefully that won't happen too much this week. But anyway, I believe where I last left you guys with Wakka, he had just taken Tarnost and had defeated a small force of the Reunited Kingdom, like a little, I think it was 2 or 3 unit force that was somewhere over here. Well, he has since moved on, is now holding Dol Amroth under siege. This is a very unfortunate garrison. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Like, oh dear. I don't think we've actually fought too many men-at-arms units. I think we've seen them before for sure, but very tough unit. Plus the necessary, obligatory unit of King's Longbowmen. And then we have the Knights of Dol Amroth, which I don't think we've ever seen before. And this unit just kind of appeared like just before Wakka basically placed them under siege, because of course they did. And I think they're actually a comparable unit to the bodyguard unit, the Knights of the White Tree, except they have slightly more defense, which, does that come from their armor? No, actually, I think it comes from their parry and dodge skill. Let's see. 25, 15, 5. Oh no, actually, it mostly comes from their shield block. I guess they have, like, a really good shield. But I guess their stats are only slightly better, and actually I think their attack is exactly the same anyways. Oh, actually they have a much better charge bonus too. So on top of having just better stats, they also have all this stuff down here too. Inspiring nearby troops, frightening nearby enemies, effective against armor. Many of you will die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing for you to make. You will make that sacrifice. And I am pointing specifically to the mercenary swordsmen because they are filthy Dunedain, and they are much more easily replaceable since we do have mercenary swordsmen here, and we do have Gondorian armsmen mercenaries as well. We don't have a slot available for them right now, but I imagine we will once the battle is over. They're also very expensive. Even more so than my Inedwaith Axeman mercenaries, who used to be like the pinnacle of ultra expensive units of mine. Well, at least when it came to mercenaries. How expensive are my Wolf's Oath men? Let's see. Obviously, Ebba and I think this is Boda's army. Yes, Boda are still holding the bridge here, and they still have not been attacked. Yeah, 520, so they're considerably cheaper. Alright, but anyway, not much else is happening throughout the rest of the Empire. I think I explained in the last couple of episodes the plan to have, like, weaker, more cannon foddery armies being trained up here. We're still recruiting, like, mercenaries and regular elite armies. Regular elite armies? Elite armies here, so I don't think I need to talk too much about that. Yeah, there's nothing really to say over there. We do have Rohan has once again besieged Entway, so we need to sally out and eliminate them. And actually, that's the battle we're going to fight this turn, because Wakka is actually not ready to attack Dol Amroth, because this is the very turn where he started the siege. So we're going to build up a bunch of ladders, because this is like the... Well, this isn't the first settlement where we were able to build ladders. Because I think... The fortresses, for sure, we were able to build. Well, I don't know if we built ladders. We might have used siege towers. I can't remember. Or maybe we used ladders and siege towers. Then I think Tharbad has stone walls too. Yeah, so we must have used, or at least we had the option to use ladders and towers. I can't actually recall if we used them or not. Alright, but anyway, that's the situation. Everything is more or less as it was, except Waka is still besieging, or has just started the siege of Dol Amroth, and we need to sally out and murder the Rohirrim here, which we are going to do right now. Alright, now let's see. I already did take a quick look at their units, but I didn't see like how damaged they were, because I noticed that flag of theirs isn't quite full, so I thought some of their units might be damaged, and it looks like that is the case. I also have some Rovanian spearman levies, which, to be clear, I don't think are like the greatest unit or anything. I just thought it interesting that they have non-Rohan, well, they have one non-Rohan unit in there. Alright, but anyway, let's take this right into the battle. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle. So I think we are doing something, what I hope is a little wiser this time, where basically the gate that faces the enemy only has the archers arrayed in front of it in loose formation and ready to fire at will if they come too close. Now off this side of the battlefield, we have the two cavalry units who are exiting out of this gate. And I do apologize for pausing for a moment, but that was simply because like I saw them like moving cavalry over here, and I was like, are they going to try and pick off these two cavalry units? I hope not. But then at the other gate, we have our spearmen and axemen starting to pour out of the gate over here. And we'll basically do what we did last time, where our forces come out of this gate and basically approach the enemy from over here. Only this time without trying to exit from this gate first, since obviously that didn't go too well. And since we do have a bit of cavalry this time, hopefully we'll be able to chase down some enemies. Hopefully. And they do throw javelins as well, so maybe we'll get in a couple of lucky shots there too. I did have the cavalry coming out here simply because since they're cavalry and they're much, much faster than the infantry, like the fact that they're much further away wouldn't be too much of an issue, whereas I didn't want my infantry pouring out of a gate that was that far away. Alright, but anyway, it is going to take us a bit to get everyone out of the settlement here, so as per our normal procedure, I will simply bring you guys back as the battle is more properly joined against the Rohirrim. Okay, guys, welcome back to the battle. We have all of our spearmen in the front and the axemen behind this time. Our archers have actually fired almost all of their ammunition. Basically, I felt no need to save it, since we actually ended up killing most of their archers in a duel over here. And yes, I do see the remaining archers coming forward, so we're going to charge forward. These guys are well rested by this point, so we should be good in that regard. Do have everyone set to throw their javelins once they get within range. Our cavalry are waiting off to the wings there for the enemy to do what is probably just going to be an inevitable retreat. Oh, and also the tower has actually been firing at their cavalry as well, which is quite nice. Oh dear. Okay, well, that was a little unfortunate. Actually thought our spearmen would be more able to take a charge from cavalry, but I guess not. Alright, javelins are now being thrown. Wow, they're still really killing... Oh, they are Riders of the Mark. I think those are actually better guys than some of the ones we've encountered in the past, so fair enough, I guess, in that regard. And we just lost another spearman unit to routing on that side. That's a little unfortunate. All right, we are still throwing javelins, though, at the cavalry, who are actually throwing javelins in return, now that I look at it a little more closely. All right, let's pull these spearmen actually out of there and just have the axemen here just sort of anchor this flank. Oh, it looks like the enemy is in retreat. Let's bring our cavalry over here. Ah, okay. Let's actually move these guys over here then, and these guys over here, because we're basically going to just kill off the infantry that still remain. Cavalry, get over here. Actually, cavalry, get over here. You guys firing at will? Yes, you are. Right, get over here then. And let's see how many of those axes of the mark we can kill off. Alright. Get around and attack those guys from behind. No, retreat. Get out of there. Don't actually fight them. Just throw your javelins. In fact, I could just tell you guys to fire at will and skirmish. That should be fine. Alright, and you guys. Attack those axes of the mark from behind. Did you guys eliminate your guys? Yes, you did. Alright. Charge forward. You are out of range now.
Army runs. Now hunt them down.
Right, come forward. Oh, the unit has left the battlefield. I didn't realize the edge of the battlefield was right there. All right, you guys stop firing at will. Turn around and kill those guys. Yeah, I really thought my spearmen would be better able to take a cavalry charge, but that is not true. That was inaccurate. Oh my goodness, look at those casualties. Did we even get a lot of healing? Not really. I mean, we did, but not compared to like the casualties we took. Once again, every single bowman we lost in our little archery duel, which I can't remember if I mentioned that, but basically, while you guys were away, my archers dueled their archers and basically killed most of them. And we expended most of our ammunition just because I figured, why not? Well, it looks like we got all of our archers back once again. So yay. But we got back basically no one else. We got back some tribal spearmen, but very few. Man, ow. Even with like being able to like throw javelins and just cause casualties at range, I feel like our spearmen are just not a very good unit, which, to be fair, we knew that. We already knew that. And it's not like, I mean, we still killed nearly double what we lost, which I think is what happened last time, too, but we can't afford to keep losing double, whereas they always seem to have more troops. So that's not sustainable. All right, well, anyway, let's take this back to the campaign map. All right, and here we are back on the campaign map. Ow. Ow, ow. Oh, I am glad, though, that we did have a bit of cavalry this time so that we could, like, pursue some of them. But anyway, it looks like we're going to merge units again, and we may have to start throwing in some mercenaries that are in the region just to sort of shore up the defenses here, depending on how many slots will be opened up after that last engagement, and I imagine there will be a couple. Or a few, even. Alright, but looks like that's actually going to be it for now, so I will bring you guys back as more of interest occurs. Okay, guys, welcome back. Now, I have to admit, I have so much news. a lot of bad news. Some of it's good news, but most of it is bad news. So we're just going to start from the most southern point to go to the most northern, just talking about everything that has happened along the way. Even though it's only been one turn, as I left you guys last, so much has happened that has changed things, and I just need to go through it quickly as possible. So, first off, Wakka is now grievously wounded, so he's actually in a really bad way. He's also ill. So once we take Dol Amroth, luckily there is a healing building here somewhere, Hall of Healing. So hopefully I can leave him here for a bit and hopefully get him back up to something resembling fighting ability. So he is old, which is why I assume we keep having these issues with him. So we also could just lose him at any time, which would be very unfortunate. They don't have like a general just immediately available to replace him. But anyway, that's one thing. Once he's in Dol Amroth, I may actually just split up his army and have them eliminate these little 1-unit stacks that are around and maybe just hold the keeps under siege. And instead of like trying to take them, just literally hold them under siege for those 8 turns. Or I guess for however long it takes Wakka to recover from his ailments. Another reason I might want to slow down a bit is because I know that taking settlements and then not having them, like, the Dominion building built up causes public order issues, and we are having some issues, and I anticipate having more issues soon, but we'll get to that later. So I might have to slow down a bit here, which is unfortunate because I really wanted, Wakka's army and any new armies I send down here to like just really push into Gondorian territory, but it looks like that may not be the case either for Wakka or for the new armies, which may not be coming. And again, we'll get to why that is momentarily. But anyway, this is the battle we're going to fight this turn. We are going to attack Dol Amroth. We have the ladders. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. We have the ladders. They have stone walls that I assume will blast us to bits with ballista fire, and they have King's Longbowmen who will blast us to bits with ballista from Bow's fire. Not literally, but you guys know what I mean. They're like little ballistas themselves, and of course these guys, all of these units are elite and are going to just massacre my poor troops, which is another reason we may not be able to advance very far. Though again, we do have replacements available if things get too terrible. Or sorry, for when things do get too terrible. Let's not be under any illusions here. Many of you will die. Nothing has changed here. They just keep pouring more and more troops onto the fire. Well, not onto the fire, but right next to the fire, like warming their toes or something, but never actually getting stuck in here. And I guess I'm fine with that for now, as I've said in the past, so just keep doing what you're doing. Now, I was wondering how Adunabar could have so many armies, but I think the answer actually came to me quite a few turns ago, and I just didn't realize it. You see, I believe I am now the biggest faction. Like, I got that message that says, you are now the largest faction. But I only got it a few turns ago. So I imagine Adunabar actually is close to myself in size. And as I was kind of looking over their territory, which I can't see very much of, I was wondering where exactly, like, the bounds of their domain was. Another thing that kind of tripped me up here and got me thinking is when I was looking at their troops here. Let's see, which army was it? All right, unfortunately, I can't find which army it was. I don't know if maybe they moved that unit around, but there was a unit in here, somewhere in this mess of troops, that wasn't a Adunabar unit. It was a woodland, like, ranger or bowman sort of unit. And as I was reading the description, it said that they came from Mirkwood, or Greenwood, as it's now known. Or, wait, is it called Greenwood, or is it the forest, or whatever? This forest here, which was known as Mirkwood in ages past, and known as Greenwood prior to that. And so it occurred to me that I didn't really know where their territory was, so I took one of my scouts that was sitting in Rohan, and then I replaced him with a different scout. I started sending him over, and as you can see, Adunabar is actually quite expansive. In fact, looking at... Oh wait, these aren't borders, these are roads. But yeah, I think Adunabar is actually quite a larger faction than I had originally thought they were. And that's partially contributing to their armies and their massive size and just sheer numbers. Now, back onto the subject of Rohan, though. We actually did fill out the garrison here with the remaining cavalry and a couple of mercenary units from Edoras. And so I think we're actually good here, and if the Rohirrim attack, which I imagine they will, we should be able to push them back as we have done previously. Now, unfortunately, Helmet Guy, I think his actual proper name was like AC, or it was spelled like A-E-C-C-I, so AC whatever. I called him Helmet Guy. He is dead. Apparently of just natural causes. So I don't know if he was ill or something, because I mean, I didn't think he was all that old, but oh well, he's dead. So I'm sending down this guy here, Karda, who was going to be the commander of the new army, but you know what? He's actually a poor governor and a poor commander, so I'm just going to send him to Edoras so that we can continue training, or recruiting rather, Riddermark mercenaries. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, we have a governor right here who I assume will also be able to grab those Riddermark mercenaries for us. Because this is the same region. Yeah, he can. All right, well, hush my lying mouth. Maybe I shouldn't send him down there then. I should probably send him up north.
Move out.
I forgot that we had a governor there. See, how old are you? Are you going to be around for a while? Okay, middle-aged, so he should be around for a while. Great, excellent. So our ability to recruit mercenaries will still be fine in this region. Okay, so whew. Otherwise, I might have either had to like send that guy down as I was originally intending, or have Lawa occasionally step across the border here to grab the mercenaries himself. Because as a reminder, we're using Riddermark mercenaries in our new mercenary armies, along with like the Enedwaith Axemen and so on and so forth. All right, but anyway, we have Lawa coming back here to retrain his troops. He's missing most of his riders of the Eisenmarch because I almost forgot that they have to go to Dunfrecca to be retrained. They can't just be retrained at Dunhold. I mean, they can to get like their extra armor upgrades, but not the actually replacing their numbers. That can only happen in Dunfrecca. So they're retraining here, and we'll have a diplomat escort them up to his position, because I don't think we're actually sending Lawa back down south, either to the bridge here or to assist Waka, as I think I was actually going to do. Oh, but actually before I move off of here and explain why that is, good news, finally, Hlud has entered Dunhold, and look at that. Wolf's Oathman now just take 2 turns to train instead of 4. So we are back in business recruiting armies here, methinks. Now, unfortunately, Beald still has not provided a similar boost to training here at Dunkriok, which is very unfortunate, but I think that just means we would shift more of our training to Dunhold, because we would just have more time available now for them to do that. So, that tiny bit of good news out of the way, now let's move on to even more bad news. Freehold has not attacked yet, but I think the writing is on the wall and we can see exactly what's going to happen here. I did have Dega just recruit basically every mercenary in the region that he could lay his hands on, just to make them pay for their victory as much as possible, because I don't really doubt that they will be victorious. We don't even have walls or anything here, so I'm just expecting Ridmalin to fall. And so is Emyn Drog, because as you can see, there is another host of Freehold over here. And again, it's not exactly rocket science to see where they're probably going. He has also recruited mercenaries, what mercenaries he could anyways. And we do have walls here, actually pretty significant walls, so maybe we can make them pay in even more blood than when they take Ridmalin. It looks like, looking at the borderline here, these rebel settlements are now definitely Freehold. Well, and also if you just right-click, you can see they're Freehold as well. In fact, it looks like Freehold has taken basically all of the rebel settlements that are, I guess, more or less within my view, which is maybe why they're moving on to us now. which is very unfortunate because this is recruiting grounds for those Eriador bowmen that we have made such excellent use of throughout the campaign. And so I don't want to lose these places, which is why I think I need to devote some forces to beating back Freehold. And so that's why I'm thinking that once Lawa gets retrained and his riders rejoin him, he might have to just go up north here and start fighting Freehold. We also are not quite ready yet. We have a couple more turns before we can even start training up the cannon fodder armies, which actually might be a good match for the Freehold troops in terms of like stats and stuff. So between Lawa and the cannon fodder armies, we might be able to just push back Freehold and maybe just take some of their settlements, help round out the campaign rather than taking all of the settlements of Adunabar, since we're struggling down south there quite a bit. But anyway, so there's that, but that also means we're drawing forces, considerable forces, away from our campaigns in the south, and that's why I was saying that Waka's kind of on his own for at least a bit, and so are these guys, and so are these guys here at Entwade. We do need generals, of course, for all these new armies, by the way, and so another thing that Dunfreka is doing is they're actually going to train up generals. And to be honest, unless they're like the most horrific commanders possible, we're just going to have to throw them into the fire, as it were. Because basically, it takes 2 turns to train riders of the Eisenmarch here, and we only need 4 per army. And then it takes a couple of turns for them to get up to Dunhold to retrain for their armor and to just join the rest of the army, since it's usually up there. So we actually usually have at least a few turns in between needing more riders of the Eisenmarch. And so my idea is we'll just keep training generals here, command armies, and to be, well, I guess governors if we have any extra, though that doesn't seem particularly likely. It occurs to me we could also, if we get like a good governor, but he's a terrible commander, we might be able to like replace some of these governors. The problem is that I'm pretty sure, oh no, he's actually a very good commander. But he's an inspired governor. It would be a terrible shame to have to take him away from that settlement. But anyway, it looks like most of my governors are just terrible commanders anyways, so I'm not sure if that even really matters. Oh, here we have a competent commander. But anyway, I think I've now covered all of the news, and I know it was a lot, but a lot has happened. A lot has changed. So anyway, let's get on to the main event. Taking Dol Amroth over the corpses of, well, probably a lot of our Dunedain, but I would say even a fair number of our Wolf Hunters and the Nedwaith Axeman mercenaries as well. So, to war then! Oh dear. Oh bother. Let's go. Let's just do it. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle. And what an interesting battle it is looking to be. I've basically got these 2 units going forward with their ladders. They're like the smallest kind of units that we really have right now, so I'm hoping they'll take the least amount of casualties as they put their ladders up on the walls, and they'll also get up as quickly as possible. We do have other ladders here, but they're not going forward. They were mostly just... Oh, you guys are having some issues there, but... they were mostly just distractions to try and get the AI to place as many ladders around elsewhere as they could possibly do. Oh, look at those ballistas killing our guys. They're killing our guys. Ow, ow, ow. Hurry up and get up there. At least they're not slaughtering them. And actually, were these X-Men even shot at? Huh, that's weird. All right, but anyway... As you can see, Dol Amroth looks to be some kind of unique setup. Because I've never seen a settlement like this before, either in the mod or even in like the base game. There's no like equivalent of this.
And men are climbing them.
Looks like the center of the settlement is up here. And it looks like the enemy is intending to defend it with most of their troops. Here comes the King's Longbowmen. And here's the men-at-arms, Knights of the White Tree, and I think here, the only unit really defending the gate is the Knights of Dol Amroth, though I bet you they could probably mostly hold it on their own, too. But anyway, they're not defending the walls, which is grand, which is great for us, because then we could send our units just around to take all of the towers. Maybe we could even... It looks like they do have ballista towers, so we might be able to pick off some of those Knights of Dol Amroth. Oh, that would be delightful if we could do that. You guys. Here, what I want you to do is something like that. Run over there. The reason I have 2 units going up on the walls here is because I also did want
Our warriors have taken
another unit to go around here
run with blood.
and take the walls in this direction in case we needed to go in multiple directions. Looks like we only lost 7 wolf hunters, so that's not too bad. Alright, so now we must prepare, though, because we don't need any of these other ladders. So let's get all of these mercenary swordsmen over here. And we have our axemen and the other wolf hunters back here, plus the bowmen, plus the cavalry. So they'll be able to go through the gate once we take it. Which I imagine is actually going to be, well, You know what, I was going to let you guys go, but you know what, how about instead, since it'll only take a moment, we'll just speed things up to the point where the axemen take the gate and presumably the ballistas start firing upon the Knights of Dol Amroth here. Yes, yes. Oh, and they're going to have to run between some of these other towers too as they get over here. Oh, are they not retreating? It looks like they're not. Oh, wouldn't that be delightful if we could simply eliminate them from here? All right, let's bring forward the swordsmen. Then we shall also bring forward our backup line here. I'm not sure how much we'll use the archers, but we're bringing them up anyways. And the same with the cavalry. Pursue them! Pursue them! Here, go this way. Oh, the King's Longbowmen are coming this way. You guys keep running around here and grabbing all the towers so that we can fire on the knights and we can fire on the King's Longbowmen. I didn't realize those guys were coming this way. I thought they had headed back to the center of the settlement. Apparently they left again. Okay, you swordsmen actually turn around here, because it looks like they may actually try and take, like, the gate. Okay, they're coming back now. Right now, I know for sure that the knights cannot take any of the towers or anything, though, so we can actually just continue to send them around without issue, without worry. This is going to be ugly. I mean, we are picking off the Knights of Dol Amroth and the King's Longbowmen, which is great, but I somehow doubt these guys are going to leave the comfort of the center of the settlement here, and it is going to be a bloody fight against them. That's for sure. Well, that's right, and since I've taken the gate, they actually can't exit it to attack my mercenary swordsmen. Right. What are you guys up to? What are you guys up to?
Swordsmen.
Excellent, excellent. This may actually cause us to have a much lower casualty battle than I thought we were going to. Basically, my idea here is if the Knights of Dol Amroth just obligingly suicide themselves on the towers like this, once they're dead, we'll then send in our units and start having them at least approach the center of the settlement. We might actually be able to make use of our archers after all. Well, no, not really, though. Because, I mean, there's no spot where we have a good line of sight. The enemy will always have, like, the high ground, basically. Which is another unusual feature of this. It's not just that they have, like, a secondary set of walls and gates, which appear to be mostly decorative. They don't ever seem to close, which is good, because I don't know how I would get through them. But it's also on a hill, so they have the high ground basically on under all circumstances. Oh, where did the King's Longbowmen go? Oh, they are coming back this way. Come on, kill them. The ballistas seem to be missing now, which is unfortunate. There we go. Stand still for just a bit. Or do they just have such heavy armor that even a ballista bolt isn't guaranteed to kill them? No, no, that can't be the case. That's not true. Probably. I wonder, is it wise to keep having my wolf hunters run around like this? I mean, I am exhausting them, but they're not going to participate in the battle more than they already have, so we might as well just have them shadow the King's Longbowmen to make sure they don't do anything foolish. Or, you know, useful to the battle. Wait, where are the Knights of Dol Amroth? Are they all perished? There are no more units by the gate. This one's the King's Longbowmen, and these two are the Men-at-Arms and the Knights of the White Tree. So I think they are, in fact, dead. And we didn't have to lose a single man. Oh my goodness. Are you really sending the general and his bodyguard out? Oh, the King's Longbowmen are coming back. Oh, we have the Enedwaith Axeman mercenaries here. You guys stay here. And the wolf hunters stay here. Actually, can we... have them fire at will if the knights actually come down the path there. All right, but it looks like we're not going to be able to use this trick anymore unless, again, the Knights of the White Tree leave, which looks like they're not. So, it is time to get our troops in here. See, we are going to bring in our archers just in case they end up being useful. These guys in here, and let's bring in these 3 cavalry units here. All right, but anyway, it is going to take a bit for us to get back into position, and actually it looks like the King's Longbowmen are coming back for another round of ballista firing, but I don't think you guys need to see any more of that. You know how that works. Oh, you know what? I'll just keep you around for a bit longer, just to see if the Axemen and the Wolf Hunters actually throw at them. If they throw at them, that would be even more devastating. Unless, of course, the Longbowmen start firing at us. I hear ballista firing. I see ballista firing. And I see the enemy retreating. Dang, just come a little closer. No, don't come closer. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. That's unfortunate. Dang, if you guys had just come a little closer. Actually, no, wait, stop. Axemen, stay here. You may be wondering why I'm doing that, but basically, the Axemen have heavier armor, and I need a unit here to basically keep the Longbowmen there so that the ballista towers can kill them all. So the Wolf Hunters can run. Are you guys running? You guys are running. It just takes a while because there's very limited entryway over here. Let's have the Axemen stay here, and if they, like, ignore the Axemen and go chasing after the Wolf Hunters, then they can still throw their axes as they pass by. Knights are still thinking about it. They're still thinking about coming after us. All right, Axemen, just stay there. You're fine where you are. Still killing my poor Wolf Hunters. Cursed King's Longbowmen. And here we go. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 of them left. Actually, I should just hover. Yeah, there you go. There's 9 of them. I don't know why I felt the need to actually count them. Oh, here we go. Yep, they're actually targeting the Axemen. Again, the Axemen have much heavier armor, so they won't just be immediately murdered by the longbowmen. Also, there's only like 5 of them left, 4 of them left. So it's not like they're bombarding them with arrows. Come on. And yes, I am watching the map up there just to make sure that like no one's doing anything foolish while I'm not looking. And there we go. The King's Longbowmen and the Knights of the Dol Amroth are all dead. And it looks like they have now fully abandoned the outer walls, which is wise, and they should have done quite a while ago. All right, our units are pouring in here, but it, again, still probably will take a bit for them all to fully get in here. So I will just bring you guys back, I think, once we are in a position to properly fight the remainder of the garrison. Okay, guys, welcome back. So basically what we've got here is 1 of the Axemen, 1 of the Wolf Hunter units, and then 3 units of Mercenary Swordsmen. We're going to send the Axemen and the Wolfmen forward first to see if we can throw any javelins, which would be nice if we could. We'll have the Mercenary Swordsmen just standing back here to back them up. Plus, we have Waka and 1 of the Gondorian Rider mercenary units back here, who will also assist them. We have a similar setup over here, but of course we don't have Waka, and we are short 1 Mercenary Swordsman unit. But apart from that, this setup is basically the same. So we're just going to attack from both sides now, with the same idea, where we hopefully get to throw some javelins and or axes at them before battle is properly joined. Mercenaries just kind of line up here, why don't you? Plus Rider mercenaries as well. Alright, let's get these guys running. Just so that they're in position as quickly as possible, since I assume the enemy will charge them, and indeed, look at that. Right, stop and throw. And that's not going to happen. Oh well. I guess we thought that that would probably happen, and sure enough it has. Alright, now let's get Waka's bodyguard in there to assist, using the same trick as we have used before. Okay, they are throwing at the men-at-arms. That's what we would prefer, to be honest. And yes, I know I said we would suicide our mercenary swordsman in, but I do think that really would be a suicide, as in it would serve no purpose for us. Oh, you guys can now run, as the enemy is fully engaged with the other side here. In fact, why don't we have these guys just straight up get in here, throw javelins, throw axes, and then we can have them charge in the rear, with the mercenary swordsmen also rushing in here to back them up. Cavalry can wait out here for now. Alright, you guys stop throwing your javelins, because to be honest, everyone is so close now that I can't really trust that you're actually throwing at our enemies. Oh, fudge. I forgot that that would happen. Okay, where's Waka at? Wait, is Waka actually, like, in the battle? He might be. Retreat. Oh, dear. I guess I should have expected that that might happen. Right. Has your bodyguard made it out of there? Be gone. Okay, I guess you guys go ahead and charge in since you can't seem to extract yourself from that fight. Then you guys charge in as well. And actually, you guys pull back now that the swordsmen are engaged. Okay, Rider mercenaries, you get up here as well. Now, what I want you guys to do is throw your spears or axes at them. Okay, the axemen are not too happy at that idea. All right, stop now. I don't want you to charge. Go ahead and throw javelins again. Throw javelins again. All right, very good. Stop. X-Men, go ahead and throw. Yes, very good. Javelins again. All right, we'll throw axes one more time, and then we'll call it good. Well, no, you know what? No. There's actually tons of enemies there now. War cry. And get in there. Okay, this is not going too well. And charge in there. All right, but we'll finish these guys off nice and quickly, and then we can attack them in the rear. All right, let's push our swordsmen forward. And let's see if we can actually extract these guys. Have the swordsmen take over that battle. Come on. Get out of there. Where are the axemen? Get out of there. Don't fire at will. All right, are these guys dead yet? Yes. All right. Javelins. Javelins and axemen. Get over here. And let's see. Let's get the mercenary swordsmen out of there. Actually, there's hardly any of these guys left. Of the bodyguard, I mean. I guess we'll try a throw with each of them. Except we're apparently Alright, you know what? Maybe trying to do that is just a bad idea. Let's war cry. And then attack in the rear. There we go. That should be more like it. Come on, murder them without mercy. Mercy is for the weak. Oh, wait, there's the general right there, I just realized. Kill him! There's only 3 of them left. There's only 2 of them left. He's the last one. The general's the last defender of Dol Amroth. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Ah, but what a glorious death for him. Surrounded by the bodies of his enemies and the bodyguard that tried to protect him. Oh, and there goes another swordsman down. He's still not going down. Come on, kill him. Kill him. Oh, we just killed someone else by the sound of it. Oh, did he? Oh no, he just knocked that guy down. Oh, did he just knock another guy down? He did. Come on, guys, kill him already. Holy smokes, this guy's invincible. Error smiles upon him right up until the moment we finally kill him. Maybe I should pull back the mercenary swordsmen. Oh, wait a minute. I realized we're still taking the center of the settlement for some reason. Ah, but I don't want to look away because I might miss his glorious death. Oh, just look away for a minute. Okay, it's because of these guys. The guys that are attacking from the rear. Okay, but I don't think we automatically win. I think we just get the continue battle screen, which we'll just have them continue. All right, mercenary swordsman, get out of there. You're just not killing him. Wolf hunters, why don't you also get out of there? Let's just have the axemen get over here and take that fight. And that actually might get us fully out of the center of the settlement, too. Yes, it did. Okay, excellent. So now I don't have to find out whether I was right or not. All right, but the Axemen are much better anyway, so just come on. Kill him! Kill him! Finally, he's dead! Holy smokes, how many of my guys did he kill before finally going down? All right. Wow. His casualties are not nearly as bad as I thought they were. I mean, partially that's thanks to the ballista towers. Actually, I say partially. Mostly that is thanks to the ballista towers. I did also have a good setup over here, though, where I managed to throw axes and javelins into the rear of this unit. I think we killed quite a few of them that way before we then charged in to finish them off. But yeah, I mean, that was actually, I mean, we didn't kill twice as many of them as we did of us, but I think it's small enough just in a general sense that it's probably fine anyways. Oh, also, I should point out, oh, actually, it is including the ballista tower casualties in there, but it won't include them in here. So I think we catch almost like a glimpse of how the battle perhaps could have gone if, let's say, the enemy had like kept all of their troops back here and we had to fight all of them instead of letting the ballista towers take out some of them. Because as you can see, even my Axemen mercenaries struggled. Like, I imagine this was the unit that was fighting the Knights of the White Tree, and they did not even come close to killing as many of them as they lost. These Axemen mercenaries did much better because I think they had just a better circumstance. They were the ones who got to like throw axes into the back of those men-at-arms and didn't have to fight them as much. Same is probably true of these wolf hunters. But then you see like the mercenary swordsmen did not give as good as they got in any engagement of theirs. As you can imagine, if we had to face like those knights of, or not knights, the Dol Amroth knights, or wait, what were they called? Were they called the Knights of Dol Amroth? I think they were. If we had to face them, in addition to like actually having to fight the King's Longbowmen, we only took a few volleys of them from them. And most of the time the unit was depleted, so they didn't manage to slaughter most of our guys. We did also get a fair amount of healing, I guess, considering the circumstances. Like, this unit didn't take nearly as many casualties as I thought. All right, but Dol Amroth is ours, so let's get back onto the campaign map. Victory. And yes, if we lay desolate, they had like 21,000 people. So if we kill 16,000, that will still leave about 5,000 left, which is plenty for recruitment and such. And I guess we need to do it anyways, just because they're very unhappy and we need to call them. We're definitely not doing this because the idea of slaughtering 16,000 Dunedain makes me feel Just so warm and fuzzy inside. And look at the money we could even get from it. We have both the pleasure of just murdering the Dunedain, and we get paid excellently for it. Okay, let's build up here just a bit. Now. Ah, yes. Yes! I hear Dunedain perishing, which is wonderful. Ah, wonderful. Simply wonderful. I can't help but notice, though, that they are still unhappy with our existence. Okay, but we can get rid of that. Why am I able to build buildings? Don't I have to, like, knock those down first and... Oh, no. It makes the buildings way more expensive is what happens. Okay, I understand. My bad. And also, yeah, you know, I guess I could actually leave that and then replace it with one of my own buildings. Once I've, you know, pacified the place. That's odd, because I don't think I've ever seen that before. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. All right, well, anyway, it matters not. The point is that Dol Amroth is ours. And it was not with the horrific casualties that we thought it was going to be. We even managed to slaughter a bunch of Dunedain. The civilian population, obviously. And got even a bit of money out of it. So I think it's just a win all the livelong day. So... I will let you guys go now. Obviously, I need to knock down some buildings and do some things here. I may also have my cavalry just kind of rush out here and see if we can maybe pick off a couple of these units, but I don't think you guys need to see those battles. So anyway, I will let you guys go, and I will bring you back as more of interest occurs.